it is. Good morning. I'm just gonna jump on for a minute before. Holy shit! There's no Rosses in here. Um, let's go jump on a minute. Oh, we can't sit bullshit all morning though. We got to get shit done today. There's old Rowdy. Rowdy, I'm gonna pet you. Don't make me catch you and hold you down to pet you. I've tried that method too. It really doesn't matter. Just at a certain age, they'll start coming around when they see the other ones. That's more typical. That's about 99.9% of calves act like him. Roro is probably my first ever cow on calf or calf on cow that I have ever seen except somebody like she has. She's just Ruth is on the same level, but Ruth also did not let me pet her for a few months. Ross, what is going on this morning? Finally, and God bless and everything. Ross is up, man. He's had coffee. He went down to the street vendor. There's my neighbor from Missouri. Carrie? Is it Carrie? I'm sorry, I was trying to get your name right. Like you could say your name through the phone or something. I don't know why I ask stupid shit either part of the time, you know? Like I So today on our episode, now that we've recovered from our vacation, um, I'm gonna move all this fence out right here. I'm just gonna temporary it. I'm gonna make it big enough that I'm gonna take it right here. I'm gonna take one wire. God dang, I don't know what bird that is, but that son of a bitch is loud. I'm gonna just run it from right here. I'm just gonna run it to that far tree and just temporary it to that far tree and then go across over, find a tree over there. And then I'm gonna box off where we've been feeding them here, move that feed trough down there, and then we're gonna start moving some dirt. Oh, can y'all hear that bird? Is that a mockingbird? No, I can't see real well. No, I think that's a mockingbird. But anyways, the goal for today. Oh, you all can't hear? Why? The sound thing is on, I guess. Some people have good morning, lazy bastards, Nikki. Don't forget to hit the like and share button. Right. And if you don't subscribe, figure out how to subscribe and hit the subscribe button. Listen, quick question. Do you add anything to boost your pickling cucumbers on your vines? I planted a few. I'm gonna do a garden update. I can't remember the brine that we use. We add a little bit of extra stuff to it. But I add if you don't have any crisper, found out you can put a grapevine leaf, a good grape leaf, half of one. You put it on top after you get through with your brine and your pickles, and it won't give it that after flavor, that aftertaste that the crisper gives it, but it'll keep your pickles crisp. That's what the old timers used to use. I found that out about, I don't know, 10 or 15 years ago, and I was really skeptical. But any kind of grape, a leaf off a grapevine will keep them crispy. I'm about to do some brine. I mean, we've still got another month for our cucumbers to produce anything. Would you ever buy another bovine? And if you do, what do you think? Yak. Oh man, I was thinking last night um of what we could get, but I have so many projects right now. I would say y'all stick with me in the next year or so. We'll have all kinds of shit. I get a wild hair. It doesn't take long for things to start going south pretty quick. So, but today I'm going to move all this barbed wire and run the corral. I'm going to run the temporary barbed wire to that tree and cut across over there so I can start. I'm going to bring this up a little bit more, and then I'm going to come off these posts across here, and we're going to start on the corral. I want to level it just a little bit more. I want the shit and water and everything to run downhill, of course. But I don't know if y'all can see how steep that is. It drops off really hard. Um, Even if I'm outside the fence and I see Rufus look at me when I'm behind him, it makes me pause for a second. He's like, he does not trust anything behind him. Looking at it. Oh, it's just mud. I was looking at his hoof and I was like, why does his hoof have that line on it? Hey, Bubba. What you doing, biggin? What you doing, big head McGee? You looking for Redford? I think Rosie may be doing something this morning. What are you doing, bub? You okay? I know. I know it. It's supposed to rain really hard this evening, or I'd put more fly spray on you. You're gonna have to make it. Why are you being good? You baiting me in somehow. Why are you looking for him? Hey, Rufus about stepped on a fawn this morning. There was a fawn laying down here when he came across. It was bedded down right there. Um, and it jumped up, and I seen him jump, and he's like, "That was the biggest damn rabbit I have ever seen." He saw that fawn. He's trying to figure out where it went, what it was. He knows where it went, though. It went right up there, bedded back down. Ruffalo, did you let the baby deer get you? Don't you worry, I'll protect you. Don't worry. Why are you being good? Rufus loves rain and he loves the cool weather. Like it's his favorite. Good boy, Ruth. You're very warm. Why are you being weird, dude? I know what it is. I only gave them one bag of feed this morning. They only got 50 pounds because I'm supposed to be cutting back on Ruby's feed a little bit. So he says, "Hey, somebody forgot the other bag." I usually give him 100 pounds, but I know you're plenty thick, Bubba. You're plenty thick. Work's getting in the way of your Rufus time. Ready to retire and become a professional. Rhonda and Ruth Snuggler. I'm gonna tell you right now, look at that baby. She is spotless this morning. Rufus, your head is so freaking big, dude. Her head is big. Hey, girly pop. You got feed in the middle of your nose. I'm trying not to feed anything on camera, guys, unfortunately, for a little bit. I don't know what happened. I bought a 25-pound bag of horse treats so we'd have treats for everybody. And something ate some bitches out of the back of my pickup, out of the back of my farm truck while it was in the barn. I'm like, what in the hell could have eat 25 pounds of apple flavored horse treats? Maybe raccoons, but I don't see no sign. I think my neighbor's dogs may have got in there. It was backed into the barn up there. I don't know what happened to them, but they're gone. It was in a big feed bag. It was like a big bag because, they don't weigh much. They're real lightweight. So 25 pounds was a big bag. They're kind of like those alligator treats. I don't know if anybody's ever been to a alligator farm. Rufus, those flies are bugging the shit out of you. I'm not trying to sniff her butt. Believe me. You don't have to block me out. I will do no butt sniffing. You see how he says, no. In 5 years that I've known you, I ain't never sniffed anybody's butt over here. It ain't gonna start today. I think I may have found us a stock trailer. I'm gonna go look at it this morning. After all the other shit I need to do. Once I get committed to this corral building, it should go pretty quick. House builders got postponed until Thursday because the rains slowed them down on a different project, so they should be here on Thursday, even though we got rain coming. So I really don't know. Pet him. He's after some pets right now. I feel like he's after that other bag of feed. What y'all don't know is Rufus is very smart. See, and he says, I know there's one more bag in that pickup, and how he knows that, I don't know. I'll tell you what I'll do. I can give y'all. There it is. See, right there. This one's empty. Now look. He's like, get the bag, put it in the trough. I'll give you all this bag of corn. Corn's only about 6%. This is 12%. This is gonna piss him off. I give him this corn, but it's getting wet. I'll give you this bag of corn if you won't bitch. Anybody bitches, I know y'all ain't gonna like this as much as I do. No bitching. Roxanne's gonna be pissed. Roxanne's the one gonna be pissed. I forgot. Rufus started liking corn. Roxanne's gonna stare at me. Roxanne's gonna be like, do you think I'm a deer? Do I look like a deer? All the babies, Roro likes corn. Roxanne is so spoiled. She won't hardly eat corn. I usually put a couple pounds of corn in their trough most days, and what that'll do is, it's gonna sound weird, but if you put a bag of whole corn in there, Rufus and the cows will eat it and not chew it very well. Piece of the camera up so we can watch everything going. That would be relaxing to watch, please. Rufus Redford. Jatter Juice t-shirt, please. Hi, man. Man, the big boss dials me back in. Um, on t-shirt ideas. She has to reel me back in. What up, Chief? I used to have a big Rottweiler named Chief. Roxanne's gonna get a couple little bites. But what I was saying about that corn is you put that whole corn in there, and each pile of manure will have some whole corn in it, and the crows will break up the manure and scatter it. So cow patties, you don't want whole cow patties everywhere because they'll kill a spot of grass. They're good fertilizer, but the cows will not eat right around them. So unless they're scattered out some, um, it kind of makes a bad spot. That makes sense. Village Rufus. Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna cut. The girls have some signs coming for these roads. I told them, I was like, y'all should wait till we get the concrete trucks in and out and everything, in case I have to doze something in the power line. Um, Rufusville. Yeah, that's what we were talking about. That's what I like. Roxanne gets to thinking that they're eating something else, and she goes back and checks every once in a while. Rowdy, you can almost slip out of that damn fence. So this fence is all going to be moved today. I'm going to pull those posts up, take all this out. And here's where the problem's going to happen is once I get this, I'm going to do it one strand of wire at a time because, oh, Roof the Loof there, he won't come up here all day. But if he sees me fucking with this fence, if I take this down all at one time, that son bitch will be standing right up there in the middle of the road, rubbing on my pickup. Yeah, I got in there and played with Redford yesterday a little bit. Um, I think the end of the video I posted is the funniest part, although it was my new phone and it did take a pretty good shot. Yeah, there's nothing really temporary with Rufus. This fence, it needs at least 4 to 5 wires. That's what I'm doing. If you're just now joining me, I'm gonna just run to that far tree down there, and I'm gonna cut across to another tree over there in that wood line. And that's gonna allow me to start building this corral and move that feature off down there somewhere. So we're just gonna move the operation down there. And then we're gonna be able to box this in. See what happened was I got a little bit um I had my barn shifted that way another 10 or 20 feet. And then I was like, well, if I move it this way, I could put another 20-foot overhang on that side for my tractor and stuff. But now I need a dozer, but I'm just gonna have to use my tractor. Oh, you guys look, I'm so excited about this. I know nobody really cares. But we got this is a big deal to me. My brand new tractor tire put on yesterday. That son bitch right there, I've had to air up for about 5 years. Had two big patches in it, and then I ran a rock through the patch. Could not get it to hold plugs. Could not get to hold patch, but it hold for about 3 or 4 days. So it's a big day. Big day. Now the other tire on the other side will probably go flat. You might as well just leave one on something that goes flat. Oh, I'm so excited. Um, there's our overhang portion. It's big. I mean, there's the Ranger, the truck, everything's inside. Um, they did a great job. This is what our porch is going to look like on our house, just like this. Of course, this is 20 foot. We're only doing a 10-foot porch, so it'll be back here. And our house is going to look really similar to this. Kind of give you an idea. Of course, this big door hole looks kind of, but if you can picture our house with a porch coming out about right there at the top of that door, this way 10 foot, and then window, 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 and then 4 windows on this side, 4 and 4 with a big front door. And it's going to have that, whatever that deal's called at the bottom. And then the porch will be 10 foot with the same kind of post on the porch. And it's going to come all the way out around around the front edge, and then down that side. That gives you an idea what the house is going to look like. Now, nothing inside the house is going to be done. It's going to be just like this inside. But it's going to have it's going to have a concrete floor, and the rough in plumbing is going to be in the slab. I know. I like the point. And I didn't really break it to Amanda, but that's a 12-foot sidewall. I mean, it's way up there. I mean, look how high it is above the door. So 12 foot's way up there. But I think she thought maybe it was going to have a vaulted ceiling, go up and then down without the truss being there. But that's a 12-foot ceiling. I mean, holy shit, who needs a higher enough ceiling than that? And I could still vault it. I could come right here at 8 foot and then angle it, and then maybe even drop up and then angle it again to the top to 12. But our living room will be 10, 20, I think it's 25 foot. So the living room in our house will be that big. So I was thinking about boxing in some of these trusses, maybe, um, with some cedar, and then just leaving them open, leaving them exposed. Maybe do some metal brackets where the press brackets are. I don't know yet. I tried to get her to let me do sheet metal. Nope, there's not going to be a loft. It's so high off the ground up there on top of the mountain. Like, yeah. Insulate the whole, we're going to blow the whole thing in with insulation. They put a wrap on the house. It's going to have a wrap on the whole thing. And then they're going to blow it in with that foam insulation, the whole thing, and seal the whole thing. Then we'll come in here and either, I think, probably plywood or maybe OSB. And then we're going to line everything to give it integrity, strength, whatever the hell you want to call it. And then, so if you're like this, our house is going to be that wide, the living room, which is 40 foot. And then it'll be a window, 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 big front door, window, 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 window in our house. And then window, 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 window in every room, bunches of windows. So when you're up there, It's gonna be right there. It's gonna be like the end I was just showing you. The whole front's gonna be windows with a door in the center with a 10-foot porch. If that makes sense. I'm excited. It's gonna look done from the outside, but when you go inside, it's gonna look like this. But there's gonna be windows, concrete with the plumbing sticking up, and that's it. Till we can afford to do the next step. Which the next step technically isn't gonna change anything inside. We're gonna bring our power line. Look, that's why Redford has that temporary electric fence. We're gonna bring the power line down through there and then jump it up there and then tie on. Windows. It'll have black frame windows and it'll have a 40 by 30 garage. Um, and I'm contemplating I did not put a door in the garage. Of course, it faces the back of the mountain, but I'm debating on putting a door back there. Is it going to be hard to sell your house? I don't think so. Depends on what you want to get out of it. Um, it's going to be really hard physically and emotionally to sell it because that's where Paisley's been her whole life, and that's where I built her big giant 3-story custom tree house. And Amanda's like, we can't take the tree house with us. And I'm like, well, she hadn't been in that thing in about a year, so anyways. Yeah, I don't know if you'd even call it a barndominium. I'm not even sure what the hell you're gonna call it. It's a pole barn house is what it's actually called. So it doesn't have a footing. That calf is so fat, but Roxanne has made so much freaking milk this time. Here I am feeding them a whole bunch of shit and corn and stuff, and I'm like, I don't know why she has so much milk. She still had. Look at her bag. I mean, I'm like, she damn near needs to be milked, but Roxanne will kick your head off if you're not her baby and you touch anything back there. But I'm like, is he getting enough milk? But he is. What are you looking at? There's nothing over there. That bag is empty. Roxanne can spot a bag that got something in it. See, he's thick. I don't see a rib one. You need to drink more milk, bro. Your mama is mass producing milk. Redford, I fed him first before I came down here. But I've got a plan for Redford to be down here too. Maybe he's vegan. No, he's definitely drinking a lot of milk. They won't eat nothing besides milk for a month or so. They'll pick around at stuff and they learn pretty quick what's bad and what's good. And Rowdy, we're gonna be friends before this is over with. I hate to tell you. You get an itch on your leg. He's so pretty. We're gonna have to put some kind of identifying mark on you, Rowdy. You're gonna be a pretty tough argument if you ever get out someday. He has not really any identifying characteristics. Um, so we may have to maybe I'm gonna look at some of those cold brands and see if those things work or not. He may be the first one to get one because we don't want nobody to steal him. Cattle market is so high right now. Sorry, I've been looking at everybody not listening. reading what y'all are saying. I'm sorry. Yeah, they work. I just tattoo an ear, maybe. I don't even know what would be more traumatic. I think a cold brand would be pretty cool. We'd make it like a Rufus with a question mark by it because we don't know who that is. Rufus question mark will be our brand for Rowdy. What you doing, baby? We're gonna be friends, boy. You don't even know it yet. As soon as you start eating stuff, we'll be a pocket full of treats. Yeah, the brand needs to be something really small. We've been trying to figure out a good brand, um, like the Circle R or something, the Circle L. My dad always had a joke about his tools. He said he worked this old man. He's always borrowing tools from him, and he said the old man took a flat file and he filed 2 marks in all of his tools, so nobody could borrow them. He knew which ones were his. And my dad said when he started marking his tools, Dad said he put 3 marks on his tools. That old man looked at him, said, "You son of a bitch." Bastard farm. My dad was he had a knack for telling jokes. It'll come to me. I think it'll come to me. It'll be like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like I've been really struggling with it. Like the name of our is rufusthebull.com is the name of our store. It's Lockridge Ranch on there, and that's causing a little bit of confusion, but I think everybody's getting used to it now. Here's the thing about the internet, guys, is um, it's so hard to spread the word. You don't want to change your name if you're a new creator or if you're trying to do this stuff. You do not want to change your name. Everybody will think it's fake from then on out, and then the fake pages will change their name to what your name was, and then you're pretty much screwed. Rufus Ranch, yeah. Oh my god, the girls got me on this Life 360 thing yesterday. And Paige is like, "Dad, you need to slow down." I guess it tells her how fast I'm going. Ro, what you been up to, girl? Roxanne says, "You need some grooming." Roxanne just grooms everybody. Like, whose baby are you? Let me clean up your neck, son. Roxanne, you're such a good mama. Oh, and she butts him. Says, "Get the hell out of here now. I cleaned your neck. Get on." Right when I said it, Roxanne. Literally. She goes, "Go on now." Just like, "I love you. You good kid now. Move, kid." But look, Big Mama says, "You just push my baby." Yeah, I push your damn baby. What you gonna do about it? I'll tell you what, the one guy nobody messes with is Roxanne. She may not be the biggest one. She don't play shit. Will Ralph grow anymore? Oh yeah. He'll keep growing. He'll be just like he'll have a muscle tone and structure more like Roxanne or one of the girls. It just cuts that hormone. That hormone is just like think of a bodybuilder that's just shooting steroids all day. All he does. That's all bulls do is just get jacked up and without doing anything. A bull will be ripped up, solid muscle, no fat, if they just lay around all day. That's why they're so unpredictable. They, uh, they just have the hormones going crazy. Um, Attitude changes when you take the hormones away. And see, like a lot of the bulls y'all see on the internet, that people are out there riding around, scratching them and stuff. Um, they've lost it. They basically, at a certain age, that'll start backing down just like it does on humans. And if they're not active and they're not breeding, um, they will start losing that muscle tone. They are coming out with the girls are doing a crop top. I don't know what the hell you call it, but they're coming out with girl stuff for the summer. Yeah, so Rowdy there, if we were going to fix him right now, it's time to do it. The big boss is so pissed off at me for not fixing him because she knows now what it brings. Um, and it's going to be um, a nightmare in about 2 years. But I've got about 2 years to build some serious fencing. Humans that are around 65. Yeah, they just start losing. So, is Rowdy letting you pet him yet? Not really. No. We're gonna let him. He'll go about another 2 or 3 weeks, and then he'll start eating and feeding on other things, and then we'll start bringing him some treats, and we'll get all the babies to start coming around, and then Rowdy will start seeing that nobody's afraid of me, and then he'll start working his way in. He'll get over it. They were all like that. The only one that I've never seen like that is Roro. I don't understand. Ramona. Amanda keeps telling me I have to start calling her that. I'm like, no, she's a baby. Look at her. Look at her with her mask. We're gonna play with her some today. They're all. She gonna jump on her back. Look how long her legs are. She's that Roro or Ruth is um, over a year old. Roro there's only what 3 months, and she's gaining on the height. That calf right there. If she ever figures out that she can jump fences, you will never that calf will never stay in a field when she gets old. And we don't want her to ever realize how much she can jump. And once they figure that out, you cannot keep them in. Are the hats coming back, my son? I think we still have some right now. Or are we out? We may be out. Amanda's trying to figure out. We got some coffee mugs that the decal on there was not embedded in the mug like it was supposed to have been. Um, we had an issue with those, so she's up in everybody's shit right now as far as the place. Um, and then we had I don't really understand why all our shirts are like made from an artist, so it's all drawn, so none of it's plastic. It's not like that plastic stuff like you get off when you order one on Amazon. Can we get a lacy bastard T-shirt of the tractor with the missing wheel? Yeah, um, I should. I got to figuring out how many hours I had in that out of stock. Yeah, she's back on it right now. Yeah, no iron on stuff. The T-shirts have all been great, but we got one of them. It kind of felt like we don't know if it's the color. I just saw the email come through, and she was like, "Why does this one feel a little bit different?" So sometimes those comfort colors, the material is a little bit different, but she'll get them lined out. She's really picky when it comes to that stuff. Carrie, thank you. Scratch and post up for Rufus. Well, I started to put it up right here yesterday, and I'm like, I'm gonna be moving dirt through here all day, and I want it up here by the barn, and then I started to put it on these posts, and then I was like, I brought everything over here, and I started putting dirt up again the barn, and I'm like, I just need to hold off, just wait just a little bit longer before I start adding all the toys, or the shit's gonna be right in the middle of my way. But down at the bottom, um, I don't know that I've ever showed you guys. Rufus's favorite tree is down there. It's a cedar tree, and I've got about 10 of those coarse Brussels brooms screwed to that tree. And they are mashed completely flat. Like the bristles are the real coarse ones, and he has crushed all the bristles from rubbing on it so much. So he's due some new ones. Amanda was like, Rufus's old tree. Well, it's been like that for 4 months. I hate to tell her just because she noticed it. All the bugs out here, they're terrible. It was first thing she saw. I can't believe how bad her foot was stuck. Rufus is a Hereford. Yep, he sure is. He's not full blood though. That's why we got spotted calves. Well, what I started doing, Rick, was I put I don't know if you guys know what a locust tree is, but a locust won't rot out and you can't break it and you can't even drive a nail in it. Like a dry locust is probably the hardest wood around. So his previous scratching post was a locust with 6 foot, almost a full 6 foot in the ground, and then it was about only 4 foot out of the ground. And that some bitch still wallowed it around. Um, and he actually, if you don't get him in the ground real good, he'll roll that post around in a circle till he walks it out of the ground. I couldn't figure out how he pulled his post up out of the ground, but he did. It looked like an ice cream cone going down on the ground. It was like it looked like an upside down Christmas tree where he had wallowed that some bitch around. Do you think Rhonda is pregnant again? I hope so, but we'll know next week, I think. It's been 22 days. It's every 22 days. Do you guys get fireflies where you are at night? We do, but we don't call them fireflies down here. We call them lightning bugs. We were talking about that last night. Yeah, this whole place will be lit up tonight. I think it's firefly in the south and lightning bug, or lightning bug in the south, firefly in the north. I don't know, but I don't know. But my wife chewed my ass because I was like, "What the hell do we call them some bitches again?" Lightning bugs in Indiana. Okay, it's just a preference thing. Then I didn't know if it was a north south thing or not. I know this: if you go in my house and you call a lightning bug a firefly in my house, my wife will let you know real quick. Kind of weird, actually. I mean, I never heard of a rabbit called a bunny until Paisley. And then I was like, bunny? I sound like the unmanliest thing I've ever heard of. And now I see a rabbit run out. I'm like, oh shit, there's a bunny. And then it hits me. I'm like, oh my God, they've Miyagi'd me somehow. Hey, by the way, if y'all are on, I know, uh, if y'all are on TikTok and you follow me on TikTok, unfollow me and follow me back. That's the reason why y'all aren't seeing anything once you followed me for so long. And I hate to say that to y'all, But unfollow and follow back on TikTok. That's how you get all the newest right as soon as they're coming out. If you unfollow and follow back, I think we're all so fresh into this platform that it doesn't matter. But I heard that yesterday, and it really does work. I unfollowed and followed back a bunch of people that I went back through my liked videos all the way back to like when I started liking videos, and I'm like, well, hell, I haven't seen this person in years. I haven't seen this person in years. So I went back and unfollowed and refollowed. And this morning, whenever I uh, clicked on it, sure enough, there was everybody again. Americans call them lightning bugs. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, people call them fireflies in some places. Apparently, we're all on the same page here. I know she's the only one that doesn't need to be eaten. That corn's not real good. Bush hog. Oh yeah, that's a whole new deal. Um, Arkansas is brush hog. I know. I know. In Texas, it's shredder. Um, and also a pond in Texas. Motherfucker, I see. I'm pretty sure I just saw a coyote. What the hell was that? Damn coyotes are hunting my baby deer. I saw right over there. I saw something go across there that looked to me like a dog. Maybe it was one of them crows. Shot across there. Oh, I got one. I got something for him right there behind us. There's a baby fawn laying right here behind my pickup in this brush. Even if I can't hit him, I'll make sure he knows he's not welcome. Yeah, I know. We may walk up there, look at it here in a second. I would like to see if it's a. Um, right now, it's real dangerous brush hog, and I need to brush hog. But when me and Amanda was spraying thistles in here, we just about run over two different fawns. They need about another 2 weeks. Then I'll brush hog. You do not want those kind of problems. That is the most sickening gut feeling ever when you see a baby come up underneath the tractor tire or something. Yeah, been there, done that. They won't move for nothing. A fawn will lay there, pancaked against the ground. I don't care if you run over top of it with a tractor, it won't move. Can you kill? Oh hell yeah, coyote season's year round, day and night here. They don't have a natural predator one. They're so thick around here anymore that I know it sounds bad to everybody, but them some bitches are getting mange real bad, and they go into wintertime with mange and no fur, and then they freeze to death because they're getting too thick. Mange starts spreading. Um, it's a hell of a lot worst way to go to sit out there and freeze to death, I would think, than it would be just to. They won't hardly get over mange either. Yeah, I don't like to see nothing suffer, but coyotes have a real strange pecking order. If you whack a female coyote, uh, an adult female coyote, the king dong bitch coyote will have raised another litter of pups. So if you whack one female, the head female will have a litter. So she'll keep the herd of them kind of in order. So if you only get one female, you just cause yourself to have 6 or 7 more. So you want to, if you're gonna get in there, you need to be serious about it. All else fails, come to Wales. Wales, I don't even know where that's at. I've heard that before. Is that down southern Arkansas? I know it ain't. I know it ain't. My wife hates when I start that shit to people. We do have a Paris, Arkansas. Um, we have several different states. Roxanne, there's no more feed for you, honey. Coyotes, they're just out there doing their own thing. I actually, probably one of the things I dislike to dispatch is a coyote because they look so much like a freaking dog. Um, but when you see them carrying these baby fawns around in their mouth, I've got cameras everywhere, and you'll see them carrying a baby fawn, kicking and screaming, and it gives you a little bit more incentive to take a few of them out, you know. And they get to where they'll eat dogs and everything else. Paris, Missouri, Paris, and Tennessee. There was a chick come up to me one night in the bar, and she goes, "I'm from England. How are you? Where are you from?" And I said, "England? Hell, is that down South Arkansas?" That's how I got that started. And she's like, uh, "Excuse me." This chick was like 6'2", so she was real intimidating, looking to everybody in the bar but me, of course. I strutted right up there. And anyways, I turned around to look at something. I turned back around. This big old bull standing right in front of her, like 2 inches from my face. And I turned around. I was like, "In the hell? Where did the England chick go? And why is this old boy up here all humped up in front of me?" Well, apparently it was her boyfriend, I think. I'll never forget that, man. That was so funny that night. That chick was so tall. Is there a lot of tall people in England? Like, I mean, I'm looking up. I'm in a pair of cowboy boots. I'm 6 foot. And I mean, to make eye contact, I had to look up a little bit, you know. About 6'1" in cowboy boots, maybe. Kansas City, Missouri. But anyways, we were in a bar. I don't know if you guys ever had these kind of bars, but there's bars around here that you can buy shots. It's called shots, and you buy these shot glasses, and the glass is actually made out of ice. Here's where the story gets funny. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? Y'all ever had shots like that where the shot glass is actually made out of ice, and then they pour the shot inside the glass of ice, and then you get to throw. The best thing about it is you get to throw the shot glass onto the floor after you take the shot. Okay. I used to, back in my wilder days, I used to go into this bar to get thrown out of the bar. Like it was, I never left the bar willingly. Um, and I've had some knuckle bumps put on my head in that bar. But anyways, that's a whole different story. But this story, my buddy was in there, and he was in this real, he's a pretty good sized guy too. He was in this real blonde pair of pants. It was like not a khaki, but even lighter colored than that. And then he sees this old boy slip in between me and this English chick, and I was like, everything was a little bit delayed at the time, and I was like, "The hell?" So he comes over there, and he kind of slips in on the other side, and he gets to talking to this girl. And I'm still trying to figure out what this old boy's problem is, and so he comes up. My buddy comes up with this British accent. He's talking, and this chick shoves him like on the shoulder, and he's in a pair of alligator boots, cowboy boots, alligator skin, and my buddy, he's way better off than I am, um, and he's in these light high dollar breeches and these boots, and he's puffed up like a banty rooster, and this chick shoves him by the shoulder, like, like in a joking, playful way, but like pushes him pretty damn hard. Hell, she's 6 foot something fucking tall. So she's got some leverage on him and some torque behind her. And she shoves him. Well, when she does, his feet go out from underneath of him. This is the best part. His feet kick out from underneath of him. And that son bitch hits the ground wham, like on his side. And the best part was when he stands up. Now, if you listen to the first part of this story, was that we were in a bar called Shots that you got to throw your shot glass at the floor after you took a drink of it. So the whole floor is covered in slime, ice, leftover shot material, maybe a little bit of vomit. But now he's in these damn he's in these fucking pants. He stands up and he's striped from head to toe, the same color as that floor. And I about pissed my pants laughing. And he looked, but it's kind of towards his shoulder and down kind of his butt cheek. And he's like, "Can you see it?" And I'm like, "Dude, that some bitch is 12 inches wide from the bottom of your boot to the fucking hair on your head. You have been slimed." And I'm just dying laughing. But ever since then, I was like, "You ever talk to a British chick again with your stupid fucking British accent, then you're gonna eat shit, bud." He goes, "Man, she had some torque." He goes, "Hell, I wasn't even drinking." But the best part was his feet skated around for a couple seconds before he hit, which made him really hit hard. And man, it was funny. If I could have recorded that, and he goes, but when he got up, I'm trying to remember what he said. He said, "Can you tell, or can you see it, or can you tell, or something?" And I have snot coming out my nose. I'm laughing so hard. I'm like, "Can you see it? Are you shitting me?" If you fell right there, you'd be cleaner than he was. Oh god, it was funny. It was just the whole situation. It was a 6-foot British chick pushed him down. Or no, she's from England. I don't know. Is that British? I don't even know where I'm talking about, but and then here I am in here nose to nose with some fucking guy the whole time. So the guy's like, "I don't have anything to worry about with these guys." Oh, it was nasty. That was nasty. It was funny. Me and my old buddy, we used to get out there and get amongst them now. I threw a whole uh I got an arm wrestling contest with this bachelorette group at a bar one night, that same bar. And it was who was gonna buy the shots if they could beat me. Well, I used to arm wrestle a lot. I used to be into arm wrestling. Anyways, I was good at it. Anyways, I pick on this whole table of girls. Well, they're having a great time because we're all just sitting there bullshitting. And I'm like, "I'll buy all the shots if anybody can beat me here arm wrestling." And this one old gal was like, "Get your ass down here, you skinny little white boy." And I'm like, "Okay, okay." And I'm thinking, hell, she's white too. How come she called me white boy? But anyways, I end up whooping this whole table full of girls. Not by much each time. But then I buy the shots anyways. And for whatever reason, it was like a 6-pack flat of them damn glasses. It was my birthday too. But I threw that whole damn tray of them shot glasses into one of them big ass fans that was hanging from the ceiling. Now they were pretty thought out. I think about some of that shit I did, and I was like, man, it's a wonder somebody didn't get hurt. But they're like, somebody was like, toss it up into that fan. This thing is on warp speed. It was summertime. It's hot. And the next thing I know, I was standing in the back alley. So don't do that. I finally got banned from that bar. It's still up there. Do not throw the shot glasses and when I say one of them big ass fans, it was like one of them 12-foot fans, and it was cranking. But man, it was cool because it was like ice snow, like it beat them things to splinters. And there was just like peppered everybody. Everybody was like, yeah. And then Brent was gone out the back door by the snap of his neck. I get out back. These two big old boys that I know, cold sober, and they wanted to beat my ass. And I was like, I don't, it was the same Ron White story. I don't know how many of them it was going to take, but I knew how many they was going to use and to beat my ass. And they threw me out. Always take you out the back door, even though I was only like 2 foot from the front door. And I drew the line on the street with my foot. They said, "Y'all, well, first one of you son of a bitch step across that line." And all of them, all at once, jumped across that line, like fucking leaped across it. And I said, "Yeah, no, I'm not feeling it right now. I'll come back later." And my little ass was down. And my buddies left my ass. I was down at another bar that night. I ran up that back alley, get the hell out of there. Them old boys has been watching Roadhouse, yanking the wanking. They were ready to beat the dog shit out of me, and they were going to. You know what I mean? Like they were full bore, ready to beat. I went to another bar. I called my buddies. I was like, "Hey, it's my birthday, you dumb bastards." And they're like, "Hell, all these girls down in this bachelor group, you're arm wrestling. We're down here drinking." I'm like, "I can't come back." Anybody remember Roadhouse? Oh yeah. I got the shit beat out of me one night though up there by this old boy. It was New Year's night. Worst that I'd fight that guy right now if he was standing here. Not only did I get to, he was this old sawed off boxer guy, and he was cold sober. I've been drinking all night. It was just a little bit before midnight, and I mean, I got. It wasn't the only time. I don't know who all's ever been beat up, but it is not fun. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not fun in a fight. Period. I don't like getting in fights, and I never started the fight, but I ended up in some. This guy pinched my butt in front of some guys, and like typically I thought he was joking. I thought it was somebody I knew. Well, it was not. And I was like, oh man, everybody saw that. Now I'm gonna have to redeem myself. And I hit this old boy in a full swing. It's about as much as I could put on it. And he was not very big. And blood went to flying. And I thought, okay. And it did not have the effect on him that I thought it did. He was just looking for somebody to fight. That may have been the only punch I landed. It was midnight. Hell, I've been drinking all night. This guy was drinking water. I still remember that. I wish I could find that guy. My blood pressure still comes up when I think of that. You don't fight. You don't fight nobody that's drinking water. Not at midnight on New Year's night. That's a valuable lesson. What's the end plan with Roofer? Nothing. He will live his days out here. Good friends from high school and I used to go to bar hop, and he always got in a fight. He just got put in MMA Hall of Fame. No shit. Well, I'll tell you what. I was a punching bag a few different times. I never started the fight, but somehow I ended up in the middle of them. Who is it? I know. Yes, now I remember. He's so funny. I uh I always avoided fights. I was always having a good time, but I'll be honest with you, I get upset around bullshitting, and when you get to sitting around in a bar and you're laughing and your buddies are laughing, everybody's having a good time, it pisses somebody off. Like people don't like that for some reason. His name is Joe. What was it? Cronin. I feel like I know that name. He was short but crazy. People always got mad. I I need the bouncers everywhere. I went through kind of a woman hating stage before I met Amanda there after I got divorced. So I spent a few years and I just went through this whole stage and it was just I was just a terrible human being to be around, I'll be honest with you. And I mean I had just everything stripped from me down to the bare bones. And I was not a happy person. That sounds terrible. I look back on some of the shit and I'm like, man, what a piece of shit. It does. Amanda stayed with me, and I told her a couple different times. I said, "You are way too good for me. You don't have any kids. I've got an ex-wife. I've got kids. You don't have nothing. You have no baggage." And I run her off. I literally ran her off for her own good, her own safety. And I was like, well, I kind of like her. But man, it was such a internal battle I went through there. And I was like, well, I'll never let her down and I will build her a castle someday. Well, I'd have nothing. We got together, nothing. I was actually negative, nothing. I had two farms raising chickens for my divorce, and then not a thing. I had nothing. When we and her got together, I had a Craigslist truck that wasn't even owned by me because I couldn't even own one, and that was it. What an idiot she is. She is a saint. If you remember, it all started with an H. Hey, Brent, I had a gift for the big boss. Can I send it to her? Sure. As long as it's not anything weird. Send it that. There's a P.O. box on my deal. She's the one that checks it. We don't have a mailing address. Um, we have everything sent to a P.O. box. So if you think I'm just giving you guys a P.O. box because I think you're sending me something that's going to hurt somebody, just send. We have everything sent to that P.O. box because of our dogs. We don't let nobody deliver nothing to our house. And look at you now. I know it. And I tell her all the time when she's real mad at me, I said, hey, I run you off and you came back and I have a license for you now. So, um, it's your own fault. Okie dokie, Smokey. Thank you. I say that a lot too. Why is the sound jacked up today? I feel like the sound has been spot on. Y'all been able to hear the animals and shit. And now today, I feel like the sound's jacked up. Nikki, can you hear me all right? Lonesome Dove, man. Well, I'll watch Lonesome Dove with you on an airplane on a long flight. The true love between you two. I'm telling you, I don't know what was. She was glutton for punishment. Slick chick ain't got no sound down there. She can't hear a damn thing. Oh yeah, they start that shit. See if you'll say that. But we also have some lazy bastards on here that could have their TV turned down. Check your TV volume. I think we've been together now for, well, we just had an anniversary. Was it 13 years or 14 years? I'm not real sure. Yeah, okay. So before I start the live next time, um, there's a way to turn it off, but y'all are going to hear all the background noise, which is what I want you to hear, especially today. Look, there ain't a leaf moving. There ain't nothing. Hey, we've been on here for 71 minutes, and I was supposed to be doing shit today. You can? Okay. Turn the view down. You got to do so when you go live on here, you have to set everything pre live. You cannot change anything while you're on live. I can't turn my phone vertically. I can't do. It's raining in Oklahoma. I see it coming this way. Um, I'm gonna go look at the stock trailer, and if it's a good one, I'm gonna see if I can make a deal on it. It's a buddy of mine. He's like, "Yeah, I'll sell it to you if I can borrow it anytime I want." I'm like, "Well, why don't you just let me borrow it anytime I want right now? I don't even have to buy it." Roro, what you doing, baby? Look at your dot on your head. Dirt bull. I came back yesterday and I was gonna go live, but I got in Redford's pen to make some videos. The videos is what does better with the ads. So I was in there and I was like, well, Roro, what are you doing, dude? Are you itching your butt? I don't see any ticks or I'd get it. I bet some of y'all wish you could do that. There was an old man told me that in the store. They had a cat laying up on the counter. It was licking its butt. He said, I bet you wish you could do that. And I was like, well, kinda. And he goes, well, I think she'd let you. Um, she might bite you though. And I was like, huh? Real funny. Real funny. Who was Rufus' father? He was bought from a Hereford. He was an AI baby, and the semen was bought. Um, Nikki, how come your name is blue with a blue badge by it? Does that mean that you're like the police on here because you're a moderator? Nikki's like the police because I'm important. Okay. Is that what it is, Stacy? Better watch your ass, Ross. That's all I could say. Look at that. I don't know if y'all can see that, but her belly is the same height as Roxanne's. That sucker right there is going to look like a damn giraffe. She is going to be, Roxanne going to stretch. Look out. She might poop on you. Look out. Man, she's long legged. China spy. Nikki, he lives up there near you somewhere. They cross the mod. No, man, I don't trust that dude yet. Anybody from India, I gotta keep an eye on them. I think he said 14. You want to be a mod too? I can't make people. I don't know some people. I love you guys, but one time I had a moderator blocking everybody that sent any kind of gift or anything to me on TikTok. Um, I think I know who that was. What happened to Ross? How's your butt cheek, Ross? Been here since the first live, Stacy. I know I've seen you on here every day, I think. I try to look at your picture and all I can see is a red lipstick. And you know, I got a thing for red lipstick and red fingernails, but it's like the size of a pencil lead. I thought somebody was riding a motorcycle that I knew on here the whole time because their profile picture was it. I thought it was them riding a motorcycle. So, but when I finally clicked on it like a year later, it was actually a pit bulldog um, looking up, and it looked like a motorcycle. Yes, coffin nails are the best. Yeah, you can trust me. That's what they all say. Nikki, don't tell him where you live. We need to search up old Ross here. Make sure he's okay. How many people on here right now are paranoid of somebody that's on here right now? And you're like, I don't know about that son of a bitch. Anybody? Me. Me. Yep. Let me tell you something. I've been scammed one time and I'm like, oh nope, 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 nope. Why would you be paranoid of me? Hell, my whole damn life's on here. Can care less. Just me. Why? I'm the only one that you can see their whole damn. Or is it even me back here? Or is it? Oh, y'all, I forgot when I tell Tiffany to remember things. So when you tell her to remember things, she'll only remember the specific thing you tell her. But yesterday, when we told her to remember that I like vulgar profanity, and I have to tell her every time. Wait, I see something right there. What is that? There's something right there. It's about to walk out. It's that mama looking for her baby. Your baby is over here behind me. She'll find her. Rufus, you dipshit. You about stepped on her baby. I seen some ears wiggling around. I thought that may have been what I seen over there. She made her way across. Yep. They goes to the forest. Boy, I'll tell you what, that right in this spot right here, I don't know if y'all seen the walls of my house, but I have a lot of mounts. Um, None of them they're just acorn eating, wild onion eating deer, but each one of them has a story behind it. But every one of them have came. I've got this whole place, and all of them have came from that area right there, or right behind where this barn's sitting. It's kind of crazy to me. I've got the whole place to hunt on, and there's a spot down there, a little bench. They love it. Y'all want to see if we can see that baby? And I'm gonna get off here and get to work. Is Rufus laying down over there? Oh, she knows. She won't go where her baby is until I leave. I don't want to jump him up, but she'll go away from where that baby's laying. That baby was down there. She went that way. She go. She go stand over there in the brush until I leave her. She thinks it's safe. I don't know that he stayed. I don't even know why I'm calling it a boy because I don't have any idea what it was. But I think I did see. Look at my grass coming up. So that tree that's a little bit white right there, it's laying at the bottom of that. So that's where we're going to be looking. Let's go this way. I didn't even dare tell Paisley I saw it because she would be like, catch it, bring it home. It may jump up. I'm not real sure it laid down there. Hmm. Could be laying right here. It was right there. It must have went somewhere else. It must have snuck off. Unless it was that tree. But like I said, they'll lay here flat. You know what I mean? Like a pancake. Oh, there it is. Shit, did y'all see it before I did? It was laying right there. Yeah, big eared bastard. Y'all did see it before I did? We're just going back out here. Y'all did. Were y'all yelling? Deer! I'd rather go up that way a little bit further. Oh, y'all did see. Well, hell, how the hell did I not see it? I was looking too far out in front of me. Big eared bastard. Yeah, there's a little bit taller grass up there. Oh yeah, there's about I think we counted 6. We jumped up. Damn, wish I'd have seen it before I jumped up. Well, I'm trying to watch for copperheads. There's copperheads up here. More importantly. And after it rain, they like to get on these rocks and warm up. There's one of them giant woodpeckers up there. There's my barn. So that corral will be off that side going that way. Thursday is what they told me yesterday. Made my last payment on my barn part of it. You pay half, then you pay the other half when they're done. So that belongs to me now. And half the house does. So they said Thursday. Wait, what is today? Is today Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday? Yeah. And then today's Wednesday. I lost today in there. I guess Monday, holiday. So I'm gonna build my yard fence through here, and then I'll have a lane here to bring Redford in to there, and then they'll have half of that. There's gonna be some clashing when they get up here, but I'm gonna have to get Redford and Rufus in the same barn, even though they just have. Oh, I hear that doe. See, she was standing there. I don't know if y'all can see her. She's going through there. She was watching me. She's like, "Leave my baby alone." It's a good sized fawn though. That thing's built for speed. One thing about their mamas is they can find them. Believe me. You're wearing the Roof SA shirt? Hell yeah. That spooked you? No, they're just pets. Yeah, she's mad because that corn, and she's full. And look at Ruby. Ruby, they told me do not feed you anymore. She's getting big though. Ruby is 2 years old, right? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, two. Or no, she'll be two this winter, this fall. By the time she has her baby, she'll be two. Yeah, they're all full. This is the time of day. Okay, so YouTube tells me not to go live when there's not a lot of action, but it's when I can actually read the comments and stuff. It says to only go live like on special events and like if I'm out there goofing around with them. But I like going live like this. This is when they're the most docile. Everybody's calm. But I mean, there's been 700 to 900 people on here all morning. You can always put it in slow mo. I mean, if I'm out there with the bulls like yesterday with Redford, it's so hard to try to read comments and not die. That Can you see Redford? I did a whole. I've got a whole content deal from him yesterday. I just posted, and then I do one with these guys, then one with them, then one with these guys. I try to do split it up, but I'm kind of partial to my barn, so I get to sit in my barn. That's why we got to get this lane built. This is teaching me patience because I can't build my road fence yet until my power line's put in. I can't build anything on this other side of my barn until I get my water line ran in. Um, but I need to go to Tractor Supply and get a drill bit for my auger so I can set some posts. Ross is going back to sleep. Should I protect the support beams? I don't know. They're 6x6s. Like they're big. And so um, I don't really know how I'm going to do it yet. But I need to get my corral built. And then I'm going to run lathing through here, oak across. They're not just going to be able to come in here. They're not just going to be able to come inside this barn. I don't know if people are getting the expectation they're going to be able to come into this section of the barn. This section of the barn here is going to be, it's going to have lathing across here, all the way across here of oak. So they can't get in there unless, and then that wall will too. And then there will be a stall here, a stall here, a stall there for cows, bigger stalls for the girls if they have any issues. And then on that side, there'll be a little bathroom on that side, and then a horse stall, and a tack room over there. And then the center alley, I'm gonna put those rubber mats on and make it so that the cows can be in that center alley too in the wintertime when it's real cold. Um, and the horses, Paisley can do her horse stuff over there. And then this whole area here, this 40 by 20 is where I'll feed them at. And but it'll be kind of lathed off. I'll put a gate there across this end, and then I'm probably gonna run the fence from this wall out to that fence, down that fence, and then make this whole area where they can come in and out here, and then I can bring them around in the big door into their stalls. It's gonna be some work. It just takes money. It just takes money. This corral is gonna be. I've been thinking and thinking about how I want to build this thing. If I want to build it out of wood or if I want to build it out of panels. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it out of 16-foot steel panels to set my post in concrete. And then Ruby going to lay right in the mud. Which one? Roro and Ruth. Ruth is down over yonder. I don't know what she's doing. She's down over there doing something. And the Roro, her head right there sticking up. So them two, they're down there in the shade. Yeah, mud's probably one in the belly. I heard her let the air out there. But I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to feed them in here too without getting mice going like crazy. If I want to put if I want to broom concrete in here so I can wash it. I'm trying to figure. I've got several things, but the first thing I want to do is where the pad starts. I don't know if y'all can see that big step up. I need to put railroad ties down through here to hold that all the way back flush, and then put my lathing across these beams. I'm gonna try to set my feed troughs up here. If I don't have a lot of mice problems doing that, I don't know yet. I may have to set my troughs out this way further, so I can at least keep the mice out that way. Because cows drop feed everywhere. And then in the wintertime, I may just move their troughs out there and then let them come back in here to bed on the hay. And I think what I'll end up doing is when I have that gate where my truck is, I can come in here and I can blade the hay out as it gets wet or shit on and everything else. I'll drag that out. Barn cats, as soon as I get something built in here, but there's nowhere for 'em to hide yet, and the coyotes will get them cornered in this barn and eat them. Like this is a cat trap. I've tried that before, and until you get some kind of structures in here, some rooms or something they can get up on, and coyotes play hell on them now. Coyotes are very, very smart, and they can corner a house cat in no time. They smell cats too. I really wish y'all hadn't laid down right here because I'll need to move this fence. So everybody's going to have to move down the hill. I'll let you double like, get a mountain lion. I know I can't wait for my dog. My Rottweiler has chalked up a couple coyotes, full grown coyotes. She's a little different than most dogs. She has a really extensive um, uh, body count, we could say, on animals. She learned how to unalive everything. She learned how to get a hold of animals so that they don't move anymore. You know, a lot of dogs fight something, but when a dog starts learning how to whack things, it's a different ball game. I don't know a lot of people understand that or not, but a lot of dogs will fight something. But when a dog learns how to really whack animals, um, okay, Roxanne, you're gonna lay there against the damn barbed wire and the post. Um, it's a different kind of dog. They don't want to get bit. They want to just make them stop moving. She gets stuff in the middle of the back. She picked up a big old coyote and right behind its shoulders and shook that some bitch like a rag. And I could hear things breaking and popping and crunching, and she got about two or three big crunches in, and she's learned how the middle and the back is the kill switch for animals, makes them stop moving. And unfortunately, there is a dog or two on that list. So that were not good. Yeah, they latch on, man. Some bitches, they're like an alligator. They get a hold of something, they don't let go. Is Shorty okay? I've not seen Shorty in a while. He's got a whole bunch of heifers he held over. So usually farmers sell bull calves and heifer calves because they have their herd. But my neighbor held over a whole bunch of heifers, like seven, because cattle market's doing so good. So he actually fenced off part of his place to put a pasture between Rufus and his heifers so that Rufus would have to go through two different fences to get to the heifers. Unfortunately, I feel terrible about that. Rufus laid down there, and then she went over there and laid down. Cows are kind of funny. They'll lay down. They usually lay down with their face near another cow's back or butt, and it the other cow moves around and they spook the flies away from their face, is what I think. So a lot of times cows will lay with their face near another cow's tail. 99% of the time they do that. And they'll kind of switch. So as they're switching their tail, it keeps the flies away from the other cow's face. The only thing I can explain it because they always want to lay behind another one every time. You had canines and shepherds. I always liked a shepherd. Do the chickens control the flies for the cows? They will once we get them over here. They're at our other place. Well, everybody's tired. It's lunchtime. This one, the big boss likes to come over here and video stuff when everybody's fat, full. Yeah, they all lay so that the other one brooms the flies away from their face. Man, I had a chow one time bite my ass cheek so hard. Hello, Cindy Boo. Cindy, I've just now realized that that's you. Put something by your name so I can see that it's you. Good morning, Kimberly. Kimber in Alaska. Joe, I'm good. Yeah, they're all being lazy bastards right now. I don't know. Put something up there, but if y'all don't know, if you put something by your name, it makes you really identifiable. I don't know if it'll let you put like a Tiffany Hayes, Michigan. All right, let's do one thing before we go here in a minute. Let's see. Give us a brief. I love doing this because I love to see who's watching. I think it's a lot of retired people, but give me a brief. Look, I got a deer tick on me. Y'all worried about ticks? Look at that sucker. Y'all see him? Look at him. Do y'all see that deer tick? See that spot on him? Bastards. It was supposed to have started yesterday, but the rain has backed them off. So, okay, friend, better get back to work. Bye. No, don't do it. Don't do it. So, if you're a real country boy or girl and you get a tick on you and you're standing out in the wide open with nothing on you, how do you dispatch it? Do you throw it down? What do you do? Because I'll show you. Fire. Ross. Hang on, let's see if somebody said it. Crush it with a rock. Nope. Tweezers and alcohol. City slicker. That's what that says. Bullet. Flick it off. I'm waiting for the right answer here. Knife. Nope. Uh, pinch it in half. Torch. Smush. I'm looking for the right answer. Pee on it. Squish it. How do you squish it? If you're a real country boy, you'll know this. Finger down. Somebody said it. Deborah. Da. Use your fingernail. That's it. The thumbs. If anybody knows, you put the tick on your thumb, take your other thumbnail, and you roll across it just like that. That's how that one just went. If you're real, if you're a real country, you know, you put it right there. and it's crawling. You roll that thumb across it. That's it. That ain't like a flea. Hell, I can't even catch a flea. You don't eat them. Well, in your skin or no? No, not in your skin. Put it like you put it on your take it, you get it, put it on your fingernail before it crawls off. You got to be quick, and you take your thumbnails and you roll them together just like a steamroller. That's how you get rid of them. I bet you my thumbs or your pointer and thumbnail. Nah, nah. You got no leverage on that. How would you? Are you missing a thumb? Because a thumb is just money. You pinch that finger like that to support it. Take it like that. Nah, that ain't enough pressure. That's a bitch you get up and walk off. You try your pointer finger. You can also use a flat surface or a gate or something, but if there's nothing around you, I don't know the big boss coming or not. She's trying to catch up on shirts. She was caught up to Friday, I think. She shipped everything this morning, so everybody that had anything that's been running pretty late is because we was on vacation. She does all the work herself, so she said she put a note on there so everybody knew that it would take a little bit longer to get this last order out. And I did uh, like a comment because somebody commented on her page and said, "Oh yeah, it's a good feeling." Uh, Somebody did say, "Bite it." I want to be a country boy. I got my yeah. There, it's taking a little bit longer to get these last ones. I don't know why people. The fear of ticks is astonishing to me, and maybe I'm just stupid. But there's a tick on me right now. I guarantee you. Right at this very second, I guarantee there's a tick on me somewhere. After that walk, it may not be stuck to me yet. I'm an urban hillbilly. When you gonna get Redford merch? There's some on there. Redford has a shirt. Actually, there's 90 of them on there. None of them sold. I need them to move because I need to move this fence. You're scared to death of ticks? Why? Ticks, I think, yeah, ticks do carry Lyme disease. They do carry other things, but yeah, it's just one of those. Like when you're in the timber and woods like this in Arkansas, there are millions. You cannot walk down in there right there and not get 4 or 5 ticks on you. He didn't break the phone, but he didn't do it any good. Roro and them are down over there, hiding down in there. She is shiny. That's what the peanut butter does for her. It's not hot yet. It rained yesterday. It's going to rain tomorrow. It's going to rain today, which is good because my fertilizer has really got the grass going. Good freak out finding a tick on you. Well, ideally you don't want one on you, but when you're out here working and like lifting panels up and building fences, shit, feel when they bite you. You've already been stabbed 4 bajillion times by barbed wire and shit, and you don't really feel when they bite you. But I will tell you this: I don't know who all's familiar with ticks, but the chiggers are about. It's about to be chigger season, and when them son bitches get out, That's the only time I spray repellent on me is whenever I get my first chigger. I will keep repellent in my truck because I cannot stand those bastards. June bugs? Oh hell yeah! Oh god, yeah. Me and Paisley will tie a string to him, let him fly around. That's what I feel like with that new dog that she's got. That's why I told that story about being on the damn beach and them other dogs running down my little wiener dog, and I felt like I had a damn June bug on a piece of string. I don't know if everybody does that or not, but down here, that was one of our biggest things is to tie a tiny piece of string to a June bug's leg, and you let it lead it around like a dog. I don't know who all did that or not. Can't eat meat. Yeah, Lyme disease and all that shit. It make it so you can't ever eat red meat again. Yeah, used to land surveys. Had about that gear will make you scratch. Yeah, chiggers are so small you can't see them. First off, you can't see them. The ones that people see, that's not a chigger. Chiggers, you can't see them, and they bite you and inject this. Let's just call it an acid, basically. So when they bite you, they inject a little bit. They don't suck your blood like a tick. They actually eat your flesh. So when they bite you, they inject this little bit of acid and they suck up your flesh as like a slurry, like a slurpee. You have a flesh slurpee. No, they don't make you bleed. When a chigger bites you, they just rot out a little hole and they eat it. Yeah, well, the stuff they inject when they bite you is kind of like an acid, um, but you don't feel it. And you don't feel a chigger bite for about 6 or 7 hours. So by the time you feel one of them has bit you, um, you're screwed. You're already screwed. You've probably been bit 50 times. And a chigger bite is, I ain't never been bit by a chigger and felt it. And I have scars all over me. Um, but the eating is so bad because that stuff put in there has affected your tissue. Anyways, you're gonna be up all night itching your nuts because they like to bite you on the nuts, then the bend of your leg, and anywhere it's damp and moist, your butt cheeks or where you've been sweating, or they usually get you around the ankles, and they don't hang on like a tick. They're not as easy to hang on. You can rinse them off. So if you get them on you, anytime I leave, and I think I've been in Chigger area, no, they're kind of. If you look at them, look them up. They kind of look like a tiny tick, itty bitty, tiny. You can't see them. I don't care what anybody says. You can't see them. They go for the moist spots. They like that. And once they get into your underwear, it supports them and holds them on. Otherwise, you just rinse them off. I don't know if they fly or not. I don't know that they fly. It says that they just fall off of you. I don't know if they suck. They're the worst. I'd rather have 25 ticks than one chigger bite. If that tells you anything. Yeah, you lay in bed and scratch with your big toe on your other foot and your other foot. Oh, it's an itch like I'm trying to think of something. You ever had poison ivy? Imagine a hole in your leg that feels like there's poison ivy in a pinpoint spot. You actually will. That's how kids get scars. They'll actually, if they get chiggers on, they'll scratch until they'll dig a hole out. You'll dig a hole out. Man, it's so chiggers are just bad news, man. Like once you got them, then you're done for. But if y'all want to look up some shit, look up a horsefly and what they do to you. Yeah, I know. I'm about to get off here. Look up a horsefly and see what their beak looks like. That shit's terrifying. It looks like a chainsaw and two giant pair of nippers. It does feel good when you scratch it until you get down to the meat. That was a horsefly. I just landed on her, and she was like, "Nope, Oklahoma girl chiggers are bad." Yes, I'll tell you the one thing you can do for chiggers. Um, if you think you have them on you, put you a lid full of bleach in your bath. Um, will help. And then when if you find their bites, um, nothing really helps, but you can take clear fingernail polish and put it in their bite. And the bleach will get them off of you, and then the clear fingernail polish will keep the air out of that spot where they bit you. Um, you know what? I prefer the burn over the itch any day. Horseflies do bite. They have a beak. They have a beak. Look at it. Look up a horsefly and look at it. It looks like a pair of hedge clippers, the big shears with a saw blade in the middle. Yeah, you look it up, and when you see a horsefly coming towards you, you'll run from now on. If you actually look up what it does under a microscope, fuck them things. That's the only thing I've seen Rufus go through these barbed wire fences and never a drop of blood go right through it like spider web stretching. You can't touch that wire right there without bleeding. If you touch any of that, I've seen Rufus go through it and stretch that shit until it snaps on both ends, and I've never seen a drop of blood. I've seen a horsefly have it running off his shoulders all the way down around to his belly. Those big horseflies, we get some down here that are like that. I've seen them bite him, and his skin is about that thick, and I've seen them bite all the way through it. See, she got one on her butt cheek right there. Thing sound like a 747. Catch it. I can't even smash them on here. I get in trouble. That one there flew off with no problems. Spooked it. Rufus like, you touch her? You touch her with a stick? You touch somebody? You got a cookie? We got a lake not too far from our house where we fish a lot. Yeah, I know. Well, me and my brother used it is catch them, pull their wings off, and then throw them out on the pond. Let a big old bass come up and eat them. But I'm just saying, he wasn't the biggest calf. He was when he was born, but he was real skinny. I've got some pictures of him and videos of him. You'll have to go back a pretty good ways. Um, Roxanne was actually quite a bit bigger than him for the first year or two, actually. Well, now she's not. Holy shit. I know. He's like, what's going on? Vince is not doing good. But I am looking at it, contemplating. Good looking cow patty, Roxanne. I was hoping. God almighty, how do y'all poop right in the wind, man? That one stank. Rufus, your head's getting bigger. Can y'all hear the doves? It's not going to be easy moving them off this spot so I can start moving this fence, but it's going to have to happen. I'm debating on going and putting my fork on my tractor and just moving the feed trough first, feeding them down there, and then getting to work on the fence. Won't y'all go down somewhere and find somewhere else to sleep? Rufus, can you go find somewhere else to sleep for a while? Boy, that fence ain't very tall. What are you doing, big boy? He is just solid. Good boy, Ruth Loaf. Rufus, you ready for your new corral so I can contain you? Kind of, hopefully. I don't feel like I need to contain you. This none of this fence makes any difference to him. It's like standing right out in the wide open with him. That's how stupid I am. Rufus, he getting taller, bud. Of course, I was getting right up there. I think he's gotten taller, actually. We need a tape measure. You're just about over top of my head now. Ooh, I smell that pee. That'd be good to get over there and sniff it, you know it? Why are you being oddly good today? Even scratching on has been scratching you. God, he's tall. Hell, that some bitch is, I don't know if y'all can see, but I bet he's damn near a foot taller than my horse. If I got drinking and fell off of him, it'd probably nearly kill me without him even bucking. Oh, yeah. He's all huffy and puffy right now. Can hear him huffing. Ah, look at the barbells underneath there swinging around. Oh, yeah. I would say he's right now, today, if we weighed him, I would say mm, he should have put on at least 300 pounds in 18 months. He tried to take a step right there and his foot just sunk. That's where everybody's like, take Rufus to the beach. And I was like, that son of a bitch wouldn't make it. He wouldn't make it 2 foot before he was buried up. He high centered 29. No, he already weighed 29. Yeah, he weighed 2,900 last time we weighed him. I'd say he'll weigh 30, between 31 and 3,400 pounds now. Easy. That's being modest. He should be around 35 because it's been 18 months since we weighed him. I'll probably never weigh him again unless I get some kind of portable scales because he is hell on a stock trailer. He'll only get weighed again. Well, that's why I'm going to look at the stock trailer today after I get this fence moved. I need to move the fence this morning so that the cows got all day to figure out where it's at now and whether or not Rufus is going to approve of it so that if they do want to rip it down, then it'll get ripped down during daylight so I can come up with something else. I don't know if y'all can see me just everywhere else he just sinks and buries up. Rufus, you can't get down in there where the cow is. It's down in the hole. They're all down in there being happy. You're too big. You're like a school bus trying to back out. I'm not gonna mess with them. He's like, I know I just smelled her butt like 15 seconds ago, but I'd really like to get down there and smell it again just in case. Why are you staring at her for? He is very intensely looking. Yeah, $100 for the Rufus and the lip curl. I wanted to put that on a shirt. Yeah, he's from his head to his tail. He's about a little over 11 feet, maybe closer to 12 foot now. So it takes him a little bit of room to turn around. He was 2,900 pounds 18 months ago. I think he should be close to 35 now. See how much the angle changes on the camera when you're down here by him? It's the same thing. I don't know. Y'all get a perspective, and then I have the perspective I have all day, every day. The perspective on the camera makes him look small sometimes and big sometimes. So sometimes, but this is what I see every day. Like nobody, my buddies or some attorneys from down in Mississippi, and they were talking shit. They came out here, and them some bitches wouldn't even stand right there. They wouldn't even walk up there and stand, but they said that ain't enough fence. I said, well, big boys, go on. I know that's what I deal with, and poor old Redford has to deal with that. He's got a really crazy red to him. It's a little different deal too when you see him in person and he's standing here breathing, and you can feel him moving around, and then you hear everything underneath his feet squishing, um, and then if you ever make him mad, and you see his face when he's mad, people don't realize it, but when a dog gets mad and it's wanting to get somebody, it has a real mean face. Well, he has a mean face too, and it's really hard to see on camera, but it is no bullshit. Makes your hair stand up on your head. He gets a face on him just like a dog, coughing up his cud. Girls can walk up to him, but boy, I'm gonna tell you right now, I haven't seen any men that he liked. Big red bastard. I can't wait to get him underneath this barn. That's why I'm trying to move his fence of shit today. But I'm gonna have to buy a lot of panels. These panels here that I have aren't worth a shit. They're too light, and he goes through them things like a pie pan. So I'm gonna go buy some real ones, and then I'm gonna get a green panel, and then start drilling post holes. Dogs, but the girls, Paisley brought her little wiener dog out here, and Rhonda nearly tore this fence down. And then Roxanne was trying to go through the fence. Cows with babies do not like dogs. They will run you down. They will stomp you to out. You do not want to be around cows. Bulls, not so much. They don't really care. You don't want to be around Roxanne or Rhonda with a dog of any size. I don't care what size it is. They go nuts, especially when they have babies. And I think y'all want to see that. God almighty. Poop makes a different patty when it falls from 6 foot off the ground, you know? I'm glad I wasn't downwind to that. Um, last week, we take a vacation every year in the about this time, and Ross is back. He didn't go to sleep. Well, processing weight cost of Rufus just live weight worth 8,900. Counting processing. Rufus worth about 9,750 bucks. Yeah, right now the cattle market, he's worth about $4 a pound. So 3,000 pounds. He would sell for about 10,000 probably if he wasn't Rufus and he was just going to something like that. I would never sell Rufus, but everybody, cattle are all on a scale, body weight. So Ruth there, she would probably bring about $6 a pound because you can add a lot of weight to her, so she's more valuable per pound because she's not done growing. So a lot of farmers, what they'll do is they'll buy that size and smaller, and so say you bought 100 of them that weighed 600 pounds. Let's say you bought 100 that weighed 500 pounds, and then you put them out here and you fed them so many dollars, worth of feed, some really good feed, and you added 100 pounds to 100 of them, and then you resold them for that same amount of money. It's just like the stock market, same shit. So a lot of farmers just take a cow or a calf, I mean, and finish them out and then sell them. And you're as long as the market stays up, but if the market crashes, nope, nobody here gets sold. Um, that's how you make your money. Or you have cows and you raise a beef farm where you actually raise cow calves and sell the calves. Somebody else finishes them out. Um, that's how the market works. Buy low, sell high. It's kind of like that. Um, the thing is, like Ruth there, see, she would sell for a lot more per pound. So it's really hard. There's a sweet spot in there. So if you sell a 500-pound calf, at $6 a pound, but then the 1,000 pounds, it only brings $4 a pound. There's a happy medium in there. Um, I've seen little calves sell for way up there. $7 a pound. Um, so then you have to keep them for so long, but then you also got to count all that feed you put in them. Yeah, I don't know what she's really wanting, but hell no. It's up to you guys to take care of these things if anything ever happens to me. So y'all just remember that. Oh yeah, she's got a lot of loose skin. She's a big old baby. Huh. She's big. You keep getting bigger. Huh. So you rub all over them so that they get used to touching them. Then you can milk them or whatever when they get older. But if you don't touch them all over, um, they get so that when you do touch them in a weird spot, they don't like that feeling. So you want to rub their bellies and their necks and everything. She's like, "Why did you stop?" Huh. Oh, girl. She's a good girl. You can't help it. You're just a baby. I've held her, messing her so much that yeah, tick on you. She doesn't really mind anything. You can do anything you want to with her. She'll just let you hug her and hug her and hug her. They are. If you look at her, there's one fly I see on her whole body. And she's white, so they'd show up like crazy. That breed, for some reason, just naturally does not get insects. You can look it up. It even says it. I came up with that on my own and I looked it up and it was like they naturally don't have insects. Are you a good girl? And I don't know if y'all can see, but their eyelashes are so thick that you can't even see their eyeball. So the flies can't get through those eyelashes. Whoops, did you scratch your ear? Gosh dang it. No. That's why we're putting in the wood rail fence. So we don't have to worry about her scratching her ears. But she's gonna have some big old horns. They're gonna be big, thick ones. They're not gonna come out like a longhorn. I don't really know what they're gonna look like. They're probably gonna be some big old nubs. But I'm gonna tell you, she's gonna end up hurting me before it's over with. Unfortunately, I already see it coming, but it's part of it. They just hurt you. Yep, her daddy was a blue and her mama's a red. So you see that red down her back and red head. And she has just a touch of the red coloring, but most of it is that blue, black. Her daddy was a big old boy. She just stays spotless too. It's so strange. Yeah, you can dehorn them. Her mama's dehorned. Her mom had big horns. She was dehorned before I got her. They're just so rough on each other with horns, but honestly, I wanted to see her with horns. It's my own demise. I done it to myself. Yep, she'll stay that color. She might actually get a little bit whiter if that's possible. Just stay back. I'm gonna take this fence down today. They're all gonna freak out when they come running up here and there's a fence down there further. It's gonna go to that far tree and then across I can build a corral. So they're all gonna come running wide open and hopefully see the fences moved. She's big though. She's got a big old butt on her. She's got some big old legs, big bones. Her feet look great. That big old rump is what the beef guys like. But she is pretty. This all this barbed wire is coming out. Yeah, they'll see it. I mean, I'm gonna move the feed trough too, so they'll stop. But cows are creatures of habit. They go to the same place to be fed. If you change where they eat at, it'll take a month before they figure it out. What are they asking? I think it kicks a lot of the comments out that I can't see. Ruth, would you please stop? What in the hell is Rufus doing down there? Do you need to feed them in the summer? I don't. I feed them um, to make sure that they all stay here. Summertime and springtime, when everything turns green everywhere. Um, Look, there's some whole shitload of deer down there now. The hell are they all doing? There's a mama with a baby right down there. See that little baby? I think it's twins. Anyways, That's what it was. That one bedded her baby down there and was coming back to get it. Yeah, I don't. The only way I would sell any of my babies in the future is if they go to something to where they will not be processed. If they go to like another farmer or somebody else that will keep them um, like I do, and I probably wouldn't sell them. Um, I would probably give them to them, but it would have to be under that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? I would sell it to them so that if it ever they ever needed it to go somewhere, it would have to come back to me. Yeah, who could we sell? Who would we sell? Like this is the OG group here. Who Rhonda? No, God. Well, we're about to have two more this year, so we're gonna have a dozen. Next year we'll have six babies. So after next year, it's gonna start really multiplying. Oh, the fawns. I don't know. I think I got six or eight different ones. All right, guys. I really do have to get to work. Everybody's moving off here now, so I'm gonna try to. If I get Rufus outside of here, sell Ross, we could auction him off. All right, y'all be good. Have a great day. Try to get something done. It's hump day. Ross, it doesn't mean to hump somebody today either.